We're throwing a party this year. We're gonna be the fun gays.
I'm already a fun gay. You're literally the least fun gay I know.
Halloween is a big event in San Francisco. It sort of takes over the city, as you can imagine. And any kind of party is always a good way to have crosses between characters you don't get to see together. It's really fun to get Patrick's personal life and his romantic life and his friends and his coworkers all in the same space.
When you do a show like this, there's a lot of time the characters are apart with their own stories. And so it was really important to us that kind of mid-season we got them all back together again. And that was kind of the idea of having this Halloween party.
They were really owning their costumes. They all became very different people in those costumes. When Murray put on that wig, he was instantly transformed. And Frankie was really owning those heels he was in.
All of their costumes perfectly suit their characters, and Danny Glicker, our costume designer, did an amazing job getting all those costumes because there's like thousands of them.
I personally love Patrick's Gordon Freeman costume. It's such a interesting thing for Patrick to have picked, to want to be this guy who's this kind of mysterious but not fully formed figure, who's heroic but also a little bit empty and lets people project onto him who he really is.
If there's a pill that can prevent HIV, everyone should take it.
Believe me, I would have been the first in line.
We wanted someone for Richie who was very different from Patrick. I think we all know this type of guy who's very smart, a bit of a know-it-all, and has very strong opinions about things.
The Brady storyline, it was again just trying to give a bit of depth to his character and to the Richie and Brady relationship. We didn't want him to be one-dimensional, we wanted him to actually have some story of his own. And we wanted to talk about PrEP a little bit within the episode without it becoming too issue-based, and it made sense that this was the point to talk about it.
Okay, well, you know, party's really awesome when everyone starts talking about AIDS.
We wanted to make the stories very present day, and I think it's hard for people to ignore what PrEP means to intimacy and romance in our modern world, especially in San Francisco. It's a topic that stirs a lot of controversy, so we wanted to see how our characters would feel about that issue and what kind of conflicts it would create.
I want to be a fun gay, and fun gays have parties, so this is my party!
Jonathan is so good in the meltdown scene. I think he's amazing. I think it's his kind of finest moment. Episode 5 and 6 and episode 7, they're all about Patrick in flux, confused about what it is that he wants. And I think it builds up through the episode until he gets to a point when he's just screaming at people on a chair, which we've all done.
I don't think I've ever had a meltdown like that. I hope I haven't.
I've certainly done it in my 20s.
You go, you guys! Cheer. And also, too, while we're at it, I'd like to raise a glass to my boss, Kevin. Kevin, hi!
There are a number of things that trigger Patrick's meltdown at the end. Certainly Kevin's arrival and seeing Richie and Brady together. Also this fellow who's pursuing him. He realizes at the end that he had the shot with someone at the party, and he's ignoring his own chances, and he clumsily grasps at that at the end, and it just turns into a disaster.